We know that before the recent shutdown, the entertainment industry was booming for many years. Profits were higher than ever. So why were writers' pension benefits under pressure even before the recent economic crisis? Because of something the president did. Not that one, this one. In 2006, President George W. Bush and congressional Republicans enacted the Pension Protection Act. This law, while good for money managers, is now regarded as a threat to the pensions it claims to protect. To understand how, you need to understand a little bit about our pension plan. In 1960, striking writers sacrificed significant residuals in order to create the pension plan we rely on today. Like the health fund, our pension plan is a separate entity from the Guild, managed by professionals and jointly overseen by trustees, appointed 50% by the companies and 50% by the Guild. The WGA pension is a defined benefit plan. This means that once you qualify for it, or vest, you get a guaranteed fixed monthly payment upon your retirement for the rest of your life. The payment is based on your career earnings. Anytime you work under a Guild contract, the company makes a contribution on your behalf to the pension fund. Say you retire at 65. You would total those contributions, then adjust it based on rules imposed by the companies, the plan, and the IRS. Suppose that adjusted total is $100,000. A multiplier factor is then applied to calculate the amount you get every year. The WGA's defined benefit pension is the best in our industry. To pay these benefits, the fund relies on two sources of income: company contributions and investment returns. The plan needs to average about 7.5% per year in returns over the long term to stay healthy. And over the past 30 years, we've averaged slightly more than that, including the 2008 crash. To help make up for that loss, we negotiated increases to the company's contribution rate and imposed certain limits on our future benefits. Through responsible management, our fund was at $3.4 billion before the recent stock market downturn. It went down to $3.1 billion in March, but has already recovered some of those losses. The plan's funding level was 85.8% in February. It went down a few percentage points, but is back up close to 85% again. We were, and still are, in what's called the green zone. It's one of the better funding rates in Hollywood and better than the national average for union plans. Our pension fund is basically healthy. So what's the problem? The problem is that defined benefit plans have been under attack as corporations seek to replace them with defined contribution plans. A defined benefit plan keeps paying the same fixed benefits no matter what the market does. Even during the last few months, WGA retirees have received their stable pension checks like clockwork. But in a defined contribution plan, money is put in your 401k, and if the market crashes, that's your problem. 401ks are cheaper for employers, and in the past 40 years, defined benefit pensions, frequently union plans, have been terminated in droves. The Pension Protection Act is part of this anti-union effort. Because pension benefits are predictable and come due over many years, pension funds use a long-term investment horizon. They know that losses, even as steep as those in 2008 and earlier this year, can be made up over time. But Bush's law forced pensions to meet a short-term standard. Plans can now be required to make immediate changes if there is even a chance that the plan may be underfunded within 5 years. The market volatility caused by the coronavirus demonstrates the need to bolster our fund with additional contributions. If we do nothing, a severe enough drop could trigger the changes required by the PPA. This would likely mean cuts to future benefits, your benefits. The alternative is to get an increase in the company contribution rate now, while we have the leverage of negotiating a new MBA. Corporations and their Republican allies have put retirement security out of reach for too many Americans. We've been able to resist because our industry has thrived, thanks to our work, and because of our strong union. In 1960, writers fought to create a pension plan for people they would never meet. Now, in 2020, it needs our protection.